Everyone, Vincenzo Calla here, and welcome to Top 10. Today, I'm glad to be joined by the Ottawa City Councillor for Ward 7 Bay, Theresa Kavanagh. Thanks, Theresa, so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
So it's great to have you, and before we start, make sure to the audience to stay updated with me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, VC Productions 25, website vincenzocalla.com, and like, subscribe, and get notifications here on YouTube. So let's get right into these fun and simple questions. So first off, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue.
I love blue. Blue like the sky, blue like a, a beautiful ocean. I'm not near oceans, but lakes here, rivers. It's a color of nature, and I just love it.
And it's such a great color that reminds one of spring and summer and not of winter. So, especially in the winter, it's nice to look at the sky and think that'll be the same sky that'll be there when it's sunny and there's no more snow on the ground. Question two is, what is your favorite book?
Yeah, I had trouble with that one because I've read so many good books. But I, I'll tell you one that I've recently read, and oh darn, I meant to have the title in front of me. But it was from the transportation commissioner for New York, and it was about uh, changing the city and making it bike friendly. And I just lapped it up because it was inspiring. So I apologize. I meant to have the title in front of me, but I love just good stories as well. I'm very fond of Canadian authors, and I see that Miriam Taves has done well with her with a book with a movie made from her book. I've read many of hers. I can't help but gravitate towards women authors. It just there's just so many to choose from, and they're all good. So those are some of them. Margaret Atwood. These are all people that are just so amazing in their achievements.
Question three is, what is your favorite movie?
This is a really unconventional one, I'm going to say. It's called Breaking Away, and it's kind of a bit silly, but it's all about a guy growing up in a town that used to be for chipping rocks away in Indiana, and it's a university town, but he's not part of that scene, and he dreams about riding a bike in a race, like a racing bike, and he pretends he's Italian. I just love it. I'm a cyclist, and I just got carried away with the funness of pretending you're this race person who's like in the Tour de France or Tour de Italy, and it was inspiring and fun. There's so many good movies out there. But I had to pick something that was kind of light and fun for this. Of course, there's lots of good serious movies out there, and I'm really impressed that Sarah Polley is doing some great movies. I love hers. But let's just have some fun.
And question four now, along with that, is what is your favorite TV show?
Um, I feel like a nerd, but I still watch Jeopardy.
My favorite, I tune in every night. I tune in every night, well, when I can, but
Yeah, there's so many nights I have meetings, and then every once in a while it's like, hey, I don't have a meeting. I'll just put it on and watch it. I like some good sitcoms, like really really well written one. I'm actually, what I'm really enjoying is Son of Critch, Son of a Critch, and that is Mark Critch's production, and it's about him growing up. It's very well done, very well written. So there's a Canadian choice for you.
well, I haven't seen that yet. I think it's on the CBC, and I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard good things about it, so I'll have to go check it out. And question five now is, what is your favorite meal?
Indian food. I love Indian food. I've traveled through Sri Lanka and India. I was with Canada World Youth many many years ago. Got a taste for it, and I just love it. I try making it myself, and I can do a pretty good job. But I can treat myself because I've got two excellent restaurants at the top of my street. How lucky can I be? I I love that kind of thing. Um, I always like something with lots of vegetables. Um, I'm not big on junky food. You have to eat it, and once in a while you get a craving for it. But I prefer something that's got a lot of variety and just makes you feel good afterwards.
And pairing with that now is what is your favorite type of dessert?
Well, there, dark chocolate, anything dark chocolate. It could be a cake or just a piece of dark chocolate. Sometimes when I just feel like treating myself, I'll just have a mug of dark hot chocolate. I've got some real primo mix that is very tasty. That can be dessert too. But if somebody's got a cake and they need it eaten, I'll be there.
I'm sure your friends are lucky to have you as a friend there then. And question 7 now is what is your favorite hobby?
Well, I could say an indoor hobby. Hobbies kind of implies something that you do kind of stationary. I like to be active, so I should make that clear. Like I like to get outside as much as possible, and I do a number of sports. I cross country ski, I cycle, I swim, I run, all those things, and that keeps me happy. But if I'm sitting down and this is very recent, by the way, I hadn't done this before, but sort of recently, I picked up a crossword puzzle and started working on it, and I thought, hey, this isn't so bad. My mother used to do these, and maybe she had the right idea. She did them right into right till the end, and she was very good at it. So I thought, well, I can try and be as good as her. And that's just sort of like a you've got a few minutes and something to do, but primarily I want to be outside.
And definitely with the great weather coming and the spring summer coming, it's really exciting and motivating to see, I'm starting to see grass now and it's really nice to see that with outside you can do lots of activities. So question 8 now is what is a vacation you've always wanted to take?
Well, I I do like traveling, and I didn't do very much last year. Was an election year for me, and I stayed close to home. Uh, well, I'll tell you, I am kind of doing a kind of a dream vacation, pardon me, and that is I'm going to Mount Kilimanjaro, and I'm going to climb it with a group of people, and it's a fundraiser for Christie Lake Kids. So here I am. I'm going to go to Africa, and I'm going to do it. And my husband's coming, and some people we know. I'm very excited about it. So I guess I'm going to live my dream.
Well, that sounds really cool and really cool and yeah, good luck with that and have fun with that. And question 9 now is what is something you've always wanted to do?
uh, well, um, there's so many things. I mean, you have these moments where you just want to do something else. I'd like to get back into things where I was doing them and didn't. I don't have time to do them well. Um, I like singing. I like dancing. I like doing anything like that. I don't mind joking around with people. Maybe I should be a stand-up comedian. I don't know. But there's just you always have these visions. Wouldn't that be neat to try? So there's a bunch of things, but it's kind of you don't want to embarrass yourself, but at the same time you want to try things. But any opportunity I get to do those things in an amateur way, I'll do it.
And question 10 now is finally something that I always like to end on, which is what is one piece of life advice that you want to give?
Uh, don't underestimate yourself. Probably the biggest thing, especially for women in politics, is not realizing the experience you have is so useful. That's what I learned on the Hill, where people, um, they have all different backgrounds, and every one of them was valuable, but different in their value. Whether you came from a rural area, a city area, um, all different experiences matter, and you're bringing that to your job. So I think that a lot of women get that kind of feeling that, "Oh, I shouldn't be here. This isn't, that whole feeling that I'm not qualified." And I felt that way. It's inevitable. You feel that way at first because you're learning so much and you're not there yet. But you do have something to offer, and you just have to keep reminding yourself that it's valuable, and that's how you got here.
So that's all for today. Thanks, Teresa, so much for joining me.
No problem. And good luck with the rest of these interviews. It's kind of fun, and yeah, um, I hope it goes well.
Well, it was great having you. Thank you for being a part of this. And if the audience like this, make sure to go check out the other interview with Teresa on YouTube for Let's Discuss Politics. And Top 10 is a VCalla production. So until the next video, I'm Vincenzo Calla, signing out.